Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the 905 Podcast. And today we are here with a very, very special guest. We have Chris Guy joining us here, I think live from Niagara Falls right now. As you guys know, he's on tour, and we
Yes,
appreciate him
sir.
very much for making time out of the day to come for us. So, Chris, do you want to introduce yourself for the people who don't know who you are or, want to get to know you?
Sure, I'm Chris Guy. I've been talking about the COVID restrictions, the lockdowns, and everything else the government's been trying to do to us for the last couple of years. I've been warning everybody that this isn't about a virus, this isn't about your health and safety, but this is all about control. Everything they're doing, from the mask, to contact tracing, to the jabs, to the vaccine passports, digital identity, all of it, it's all about control. And COVID was the excuse that they used to try to trick you into giving up your rights and freedoms. But they know that the average person won't just go and give up their rights and freedoms. People fight wars over rights and freedoms. So they have to trick you. They have to scare you. When you're scared and you're confused, you'll do what people tell you. And that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted a group of terrified adults that would do whatever they were told. Put on a mask, put a mask on their kid, take a poisonous injection, etc., etc., etc. And it worked. It worked like a charm until people like me started speaking out and started warning everybody what the reality was. And started warning everybody that the mask was going to be a perpetual thing, that jabs were going to be a perpetual thing. People called us crazy. People called us conspiracy theorists. People called us dangerous peddlers of misinformation. Why? Because we told everybody that the masks were not coming off. We told everybody that the jabs weren't going to work. They were going to make an excuse for the jabs not working, and then tell you that you got to keep taking jabs over and over and over again. And what exactly happened? Everything exactly as I said. They closed down your business. They put a mask on you and your kids. They injected you with a toxic poison that's literally making people drop dead left, right, and center. And then they told you you have no choice but to keep doing exactly what they said. And now they're coming for the food supply. That's why we're on a world tour in the first place. Because they not only are they going to bring back all the COVID restrictions and all the lockdown restrictions in general and try to make this a really bad winter for everybody, but now they're combining that with coming after your food supply under the guise of environmental protection. This is going to be the way that they transition you from COVID to climate change. And why do they want to transition you from one crisis to another? Because under that crisis, under these so-called emergencies, they have the excuse to continue to use tyranny, to continue to take away your rights and freedoms. Only under climate change, your rights and freedoms are going to be taken away permanently and for the good of the planet. For the last 2 years, you were told that your rights and freedoms were selfish, your rights and freedoms are dangerous, and you have to give them up. But only temporarily, and only for your health and safety, and so for the health and safety of the children and the old people. So you're a benevolent, virtuous person if you give up your rights and freedoms temporarily for the good of everyone else. But we promise we'll give them back to you. And now that they got everybody to give up their rights and freedoms, it's like, oh, sorry guys, now we got this new crisis called climate change. And if you don't give us your rights and freedoms and even more decision-making ability over your lives, we're all going to die. So what are they doing now? Under the guise of saving the planet, they are coming after the food supply. They are making nitrogen the new enemy. It's no longer CO2 that's going to kill us all. Now it's nitrogen. Even though nitrogen makes up almost 75% of the entire atmosphere, we're supposed to be scared that nitrogen, excess nitrogen is going to kill us. And what is the number one producer of nitrogen in the entire world today? Surprise, surprise, it's farming, agriculture, livestock, food production in general. So now, under the guise of saving the planet, they are going to go after the food supply, go after food production. It started in Sri Lanka. That's why they had massive protests. That's why they deposed the leader, etc. Now it's going on in the Netherlands. Everybody heard about the trucker convoy in Canada. That was what our big stand was. That's why we even have a little bit of freedom left. And that's why everybody in Canada is awake to the scam that's going on. Well, the Netherlands saw what we did. And when they came after their farmers, their ranchers, they started the very same movement over there. Only they're doing it with tractors, trailers, ranchers, truckers, farmers combined. So they reached out to me as well, and that's another reason we're going on this world tour, because this isn't just a local problem. This is a global problem. They're using international organizations like the WHO and the World Economic Forum to dictate policies to specific governments all around the world. This is a coordinated attack on humanity. So we got invited. Right now we're in Niagara Falls. I'm actually supposed to be there in half an hour. Thankfully, we're really close by, so I can do this show and still make it without being late.
Appreciate you, man.
And then tomorrow night we're in Windsor for a special event with Adam Skelly. And if anybody knows who Adam Skelly was, he's the gentleman who had the barbecue place that refused to close down. And he was arrested by police after having to break into his own facility.
Oh, I see now. It
In
says
the
bus.
middle of the night, and they locked the doors. That's right. If you guys remember, I was there with him. We literally had to break in to his own building and his own restaurant. He owned the building, he owned the land, but they still literally sealed the doors and windows shut.
That's BS,
so that day on the Wednesday, I believe it was, he broke in. He kicked the door down from the inside. I pushed past a couple cops with a few people, and we got inside and we started serving people brisket. And then the cops broke in through a window and arrested him.
Through a window?
Right beside me. And he won his original court case against this, and not too many people know that. So now he's pursuing action against the government on behalf of all the small businesses in Canada. So he's hosting a fundraiser tomorrow in Windsor to get the final amount of money needed to finish this lawsuit and to finish this trial that's going down in early 2023. So I'm going there. I'm going to be donating my own money to him. I'm going to also be trying to raise some extra money for him for this thing before we head out to Montreal on the Sunday. In Montreal, I don't have any rallies planned because they have a big rally planned for the 17th, and we're not going to be there. But we are going to be feeding the homeless on Sunday, and I'll give people information about that, so if they want to participate, they can. And on Monday, I'm going to be doing an interview with Lux Media. Then we fly out to London. Why are we invited to London? The worldwide rally is on September 17th. This is the day of the largest rallies all around the world, major cities and even smaller cities, everywhere around the world. The largest one is in the heart of London, England. I was called and asked to be the main speaker at this event. So I was asked to be the main speaker at the largest rally in the world on the day of the largest rallies in the world. So obviously I said yes.